Welcome back to the channel, y'all. Do I have an interesting story for you today? And I say interesting especially because of the fact that we are a few days away from the 4th of July. Something is happening on the 4th of July in America, I don't know, and these things usually happen during this period, right? So apparently a house just went up in flames, and it's because of fireworks. Who knew fireworks could be so dangerous, bro? Like, do you understand what I'm talking about? So some guy just leveled a Washington neighborhood, all because he was having a normal cigarette on his deck. So here's what happened, right? So a 700-pound pallet of commercial grade fireworks arrived at a home in a quiet coastal neighborhood. Apparently someone lit up a cigarette too close to a storage area, and a stray ember or a cherry hits the catch. Basically, the resulting blast didn't just catch fire, it instantly vaporized the home. Like, I'm gonna show you the clip, it's so insane, right? It caught a neighborhood's house on fire, and I think it affected a number of houses in that neighborhood. It's insane. But I'm just like, fireworks, how can fireworks do? So apparently the first responders arrived thinking they were fighting a standard house fire, right? Completely unaware of what was inside. A secondary blast went off, severely injuring a firefighter's hand and sending 5 people to the hospital. Bro, what kind of fireworks are these? Because it's definitely not the way we make them in South Africa, bro. So to understand why this looked like a military strike, there's a science or a physics term called, confinement. So when you light a firework normally, it flashes because the energy has an escape route up into the sky and burns. Basically, it's not confined. But when hundreds of pounds of black powder are trapped inside a regular sealed residential room, the energy has nowhere to go. The pressure builds up instantly, and this triggers a phenomenon called deflagration to detonation transition. Essentially, a fast burning fire instantly turns into a supersonic shockwave in a confined space. The house became the barrel of a giant gun. So why did this guy hit 700 pounds of explosives in a suburban neighborhood? That's the question I keep on asking myself. Probably because, like I mentioned it before, that we are a few days away from the 4th of July. So every year in late June, mass amounts of highly regulated explosives are transported into residential driveways across America. Apparently, people treat fireworks like party favors, completely forgetting that they're handling hazardous, unstable materials that require federal ATF licenses to store in these quantities. Usually someone benefits, right? But this is one of those unique stories, you know what I'm saying? I mean, the homeowner lost his house and is facing ruin. Innocent neighbors lost their homes and had to sleep in their trucks. The local fire department is short-handed right before their busiest week of the year because their chiefs and crew, they're in the hospital, you know what I'm saying? I think I read that some of them were actually discharged, so they recovered. Other people are still, bro. I've also read somewhere that the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms and Explosives, the ATF, and the local sheriff have launched a massive criminal investigation. The homeowner's likely looking at felony reckless endangerment or arson charges even. So financially, insurance companies have strict clauses including illegal acts and gross negligence. So here's what people are completely missing about this story. Most people will look at this and think, tragic. But local fire chiefs are calling these residential neighborhoods a ticking time bomb, especially right now. The lesson here isn't just don't smoke around fireworks. As scary as it may sound, your neighbor might be storing an industrial-grade munitions dump in their garage this week to save a few bucks on a backyard show. I mean, only God knows when something like this is going to happen again. I just wanted to speak about the story because I'm just like, this is insane. We don't make them like this here. Who knew that fireworks were dangerous? I mean, I always knew that there's some level of harm, especially when it came to handling fireworks unintelligently. You know what I mean? But for fireworks to cause so much damage, to completely obliterate a house and to affect the neighboring residents as well, I mean, wow.